The only real way to lead people is to allow them to be close enough to hurt you. Today, we're going to be talking about the singular most important subject when it comes to business, scaling an organization, growing a team, and that's the subject of leadership. Specifically, what we're going to be talking about is the 5 levels of leadership. Throughout my years, there's been many books that have completely transformed my career and transformed my life in business and my ability to lead a team. And one of those books is a book by John Maxwell, my favorite author, which is the 5 levels of leadership. And basically what it allows you to identify is where you are at in leadership with each and every single person that you are trying to lead. And I think oftentimes we might be on a level 5 with people, and I'll talk about what that means in just a second, but we might be on a level 5 with one person, not realizing that we're on a level 1 with another person. And so every single time somebody comes into your organization, you hire someone new, you recruit somebody, whatever it is, every single person that comes into your organization, you're starting off on level 1. You're starting off at ground zero because you have no relationship, no track record. There's not trust. You haven't necessarily earned their respect yet. You don't have that reputation with them just yet. And so every single person that comes into your team, into your organization, every hire, you are starting off at level 1. And it's your job and your responsibility as a leader to climb up the ranks, climb up the levels of leadership to become a level 5 leader with every single person that you are leading. A common mistake and a theory that people have when it comes to leadership is that because I have position, because I have a title, because I'm making all this money, because I'm this successful, everyone should just bow down, listen, and want to follow me. And that is a huge mistake. Just the thought of that is just pure ego and pure pride. And I just want you to know that that is not what leadership is. Leadership is I need to earn the respect of my people every single day, not the other way around. Most people operate from a perspective of my people should try to earn my respect. But leaders think to themselves, I need to earn the respect of my people. And so in order to do this, there are certain things that we need to operate with when it comes to our integrity, our ability to execute, the way we treat people, the way our life is not just in business, but outside of business. And these are all things that participate in you climbing the ranks, climbing the levels of leadership. So let's talk about level 1. What is level 1? Level 1 in leadership is position. Meaning you have a position, you have a title, you have authority. And so people are almost in a position where they are forced to follow you. It is almost mandated, it's mandatory. If they don't listen to you, they lose their job. If they don't listen to you, they don't get paid. If they don't listen to you, there's no chance of them having success, whatever it might be, but it's very authority driven. This is the lowest level of leadership, meaning people aren't following you because they want to, they're following you because they have to. From level 1, you then climb to level 2. Level 2 is relationship, which means not only are you following me because of level 1, you have to, but now you're starting to follow me because you like me, you respect me, you think I'm a good person, you think I care. We have a relationship. And so level 2 is relationship. It's I follow you because I like you. I follow you because I enjoy having you in my life. I follow you because I think you're a good human being. I think you care. I think you stand for the right things. I follow you because of the relationship that we have built. Level 3 is results. I follow you because of the results that you've gotten in the organization. I follow you because of the success that you're having, maybe the income that you're making, the business that you've built. I follow you because you are getting the results that I want to have. And if I want to have those results, it would probably make sense for me to listen. Okay. Then we go from level 3 to level 4. Level 4 is I follow you because of what you've done for me, not from a business perspective, even though that's a part of it. But I follow you because of what you've done for me as a human being, how you've been there for me, the way you've cared for me, the way you've helped me transform the way I think, the way I operate, maybe my relationship, my marriage, okay? I follow you because you made a significant impact in my life, and that's why I'm following you. And then level 5 is respect. I follow you because I respect everything that you stand for. I follow you because I respect who you are, what you do, how you do it, what you stand for, the way you treat people, what you're doing in business, what you're doing in life. I follow you because I respect you in every single category. And our goal as leaders is to get to level 5 with every single person that we are leading. Now, what I want to talk about is what's keeping you from climbing from one level to the next. And this is very important because I made this mistake, hence why I'm even having this conversation with you. When I came into this business, when I came into business, I should say, I bypassed level 1 pretty quickly. Meaning people came into our organization and yes, there was a level of authority. They were a part of my team. They were part of my organization. They almost kind of had to be there, if that makes sense, which is the lowest level. But I started getting results very quickly. So immediately I went from level 1 to level 3 with people. The problem that I face is that I skipped level 2. And I'll talk about why that's such a problem here in just a second. And so I was on level 1 right away. I brought somebody into my organization, onto my team. Because I was getting results, because I was having success, I was immediately on level 3 with people. They wanted my results. They wanted the success that I was having. And so they were looking to me for guidance. The problem was that I had a whole bunch of turnaround going on in my business, meaning that people would start to follow me and then they would leave me, right? They would join my team, but they wouldn't stay. People would say things like, oh, he's just about the results. He's just about making things happen. It's not about me as a human being. And that's something that I struggled with. And it's not because that was true from my intentions. It's not because that was true because the way that my heart was. That's just the way that I operate. I'm one of those people that I'll show you I love you. I show you I care for you by what I do for you and the results that I help you get. So I had a lot of people that were coming into my business, coming into my organization, and the way I showed them that I cared about them was saying, hey, listen, I'm going to go help you get results. I'm going to go help you have success. I'm going to go help you improve your business. But people just wanted to know that I cared. And because we didn't spend enough time on a relational level to really get to know one another, it was affecting my ability to scale. So I wanted to get to level 4 with people. But how can you get to level 4 with someone where it's all about, I follow you because of what you've done for me, when we didn't have a close enough relationship for you to have done anything for me outside of just helping me get results in business? And so I had to sit back and realize that, you know what? I might be on level 3 and I might have skipped level 2, but I can't even get to level 4 and 5 unless I go back and start really working on my ability to establish and build relationships. I got to work on my relational skills. And so I had to drop down from level 3. I still kept my level 3 results plate spinning, but I had to drop down to level 2, which is I got to start building relationships with these people where it's more than just business. Where we're not just building a business, we're building a life, we're building a friendship, we're building a brotherhood, a sisterhood. And that's what I thought I was building, but I wasn't, because I wasn't allowing anyone to get close enough to me. Okay. And that was the personal things. There's personal things that led to me not wanting to allow anyone to get close to me. And I had to overcome those things. I had to work on those things. Right. But going back to this is I had to go back to level 2 and say, you know what? I have been very results oriented. I have been very results focused. I'm a type A person. The way I show people I care about them is by getting them results. But I didn't get to know people on a deep level. And that was affecting me. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm going to start to really get to know people on a deeper level. And then moving forward, every new person that I bring into my organization, I'm going to make sure that I prioritize the relationship building aspect of getting to know somebody so I can really know why they're here, what they're looking to accomplish, what matters to them. I really want to know their family. I want to get to know them on a personal level. And when I started doing this with having results, then it allowed me to move on to level 4 because I had a relationship with them. And so now I was able to help them in personal areas, not just business areas. And then from there, I went from level 4 to level 5 with a lot of people. Am I on level 5 with every person in my organization? No, because we have a pretty big organization. So I can't possibly be on level 5 with every person in my organization. But every leader in the organization that I'm working with, anybody that I'm directly interacting with, I need to be thinking to myself, I got to get to level 5 with every single one of them as fast as I possibly can. Okay. Now let's switch gears a little bit. That was me. Okay. That was my mistake. I got to level 3. I skipped level 2. Then I couldn't get to level 4 and level 5. There's a lot of people that are on this, that are listening to this right now, where you're stuck on level 1, where you're not building any relationship and you're not getting results. You're just saying, follow me because you have to. Once again, that's the lowest level of leadership. You're going to lose people every day for the rest of your entire life. But then there's another type of person who is a genuine person, good-hearted person, not saying that other people aren't, but they're just very relational. They're relational as a primary. And these type of people tend to get stuck on level 2. Meaning they bring people into their organization. They're a great human being. So they build relationships, they establish relationships, and they get friend zoned though. And the reason they get friend zoned is because they're not getting any results. So they have people in their organization that like them, but they don't have influence over these people because they're not getting the results that their people want. And so if you are a relational person and people are not following you, it's not because they don't like you. You might just be friend zoned because you're not getting the results that they want to have in business. So most people that are relational get stuck on level 2 if they're not performing at level 3. here's the deal. If somebody who's very relational starts to perform at level 3, now they have results and the incredible gift of establishing relationships. Now it becomes even easier to get to level 4 and get to level 5. Level 4 and level 5 take time. Level 4 and level 5 could be 6 months, 12 months, a year. It could be 5 years, right? Because for somebody to ultimately respect somebody at the highest level, they got to know them on a deep level. And for me, one of the things that I struggled with was allowing anyone in. One of the reasons that I struggled with this, there's something called an arrested development. And what an arrested development is basically a childhood trauma that is so emotional and so traumatic that you almost get stuck in that emotion and you operate in that emotion in certain circumstances. And so for me, going back to my childhood, I remember, being 11, 12 years old, and my dad was going into a surgery where there was about a 1% chance that he was going to make it out of it. He didn't think he was going to be around tomorrow. And I remember one by one, he brought me and my brothers up to a deck at our house, and he said goodbye to each one of us one by one. He let us he let us know how much he loved us, how much he cared about us, how amazing he thought we were, how we were going to do amazing things with our life. He told us to take care of our brothers, take care of each other. He said, take care of your mom. And I remember my dad, who's my hero, saying goodbye. And it was one of the hardest moments for me. And I remember I literally, if I close my eyes, I can see his face. I can just imagine everything that happened in that moment. And it was so traumatic for me that I avoided moving forward, allowing anyone into my life. Meaning I didn't want to allow anyone into my life because I didn't want to allow anyone to hurt me the way that I felt pain in that exact moment. The person that I loved, one of the people that I loved the most, my hero, I wasn't going to be able to see potentially tomorrow. And I remember it being so painful that I never wanted to experience that again. And the only way to protect myself from experiencing that again is to just not allow anyone that close to me. And that's what I did when it came to business, where I had a lot of people that were trying to get close to me, but I had these walls up because of past childhood trauma. And so when I was able to identify, wow, these things are keeping me from establishing deep relationships. These things are keeping me from allowing people in. Then it allowed me to be more aware of it. And it allowed me to basically protect myself as I did it, because now I was no longer operating from this emotional wall of I'm not letting anyone in, which then ultimately affected my ability to grow my business. And so when I realized this and I identified this, it allowed me to start bringing people in. And as I brought people in, now I was able to really start helping them work on the areas of their life that I didn't see before when it was just about business, because I started to know them on a personal level. And this is when I realized that the only real way to lead people is to allow them to be close enough to hurt you. Let me say it again. The only real way to lead people is to allow them to be close enough to hurt you. And if you are not that close, meaning if they left you in business or if they stabbed you in the back, if they are not close enough to you where that would painfully hurt you emotionally because you have such an amazing relationship, then you are not close enough with your people. You are not close enough with your people. And that's something that I came to realize. And that's something that I had to work on because, like I said, I spent the first 5 years of my business blocking everyone out because I didn't want to get that close to somebody because I was afraid of that pain. But that's not what trust is. Trust is I'm going to give you the gun with the bullets in it and then trust you not to shoot me. And that's exactly what trust is. That's what building relationships is all about. And that's part of leadership, is allowing people to become that close to you. And the only reason you wouldn't want to allow people to become that close to you is if you are not the same person in business as you are outside of business. But if you're a congruent person, there should be nothing wrong with allowing people to come into your life. And so with that being said, those are the 5 levels of leadership. Number 1, I follow you because I have to, title, position. Level 2, I follow you because I like you, relationship. Level 3, I follow you because of the results you're getting and I want those results. Level 4, I follow you because of the difference that you've made in my life. And level 5, I follow you because I respect you and everything that you stand for. And as leaders, we got to do everything that we can to climb the levels of leadership every single day and get to level 5 with every person in our organization. So if you got something out of today and you thought it was valuable, do me a favor, talk about it, share it, subscribe, like it. Obviously, we put out all this information for free. It costs me money, but it's free for everyone else. And so all we ask that if you ever do get something out of the message, that you tell a friend. So thank you guys. We appreciate you. And I'll see you guys next week on the Leaders Only podcast.
Let's get it. 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 Yeah.